My greatest healing with POTS began when I learned about MTHFR mutations and the methylation pathway. So I went into 23andMe, into the raw data, put in the MTHFR gene, and discovered that I have a mutation from my mom and a mutation from my dad. So I don't have any unmutated gene there. That means that I'm going to detox a lot less than most people. And Amy Myers actually explained this really well, where she said, if you eat a can of tuna and you have this double mutation, you will only detox 10% of the mercury in that can. So for me, dealing with POTS, I think that this MTHFR mutation caused so many toxins to build up in my body that by the time I hit 32, I just couldn't cope anymore. My nerves were damaged. My nervous system is damaged. My gut is damaged. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I think that's why I got POTS. And all of this healing that I'm doing now is repairing that damage, is what I think anyways. So some signs of MTHFR mutation are going to be cardiovascular related. A lot of miscarriages or just a hard time getting pregnant in general. Hormonal issues. Digestive problems, sleep disorders. There's an association with autism and ADHD. Especially the most important of all of these is mental health. And that is where treating this MTHFR mutation, that's where my problem was. And I had no idea. I knew I had struggled with mental health, especially those 2 weeks before my period. It was a battle. My mental health was constantly a battle, and it was at the point of suicide a lot of the time. And I just hated myself for it because no matter what I did, I couldn't get better. I couldn't make this stop. It felt like I was choosing to be depressed, but I had no control over it. And so when I treated the MTHFR mutation with methylfolate, I woke up in the morning, I looked around, and I was unbearably happy. The joy was overwhelming. I felt like I was crazy. So much to the point that I actually called my naturopath and got in really quickly. And so he asked a bunch of questions, and I told him, obviously I'm manic. Obviously now I'm bipolar, and I ruined my brain doing this methylfolate. I'm sorry, I just was trying to get better. And he said, no, this is called normal. Because I wasn't doing anything reckless. I wasn't thinking, I could drive off this bridge and maybe I could fly. I didn't think anything like that. I just was complimenting people. I was hugging people. I was just so happy about life. I had seen these people look at a sunrise and be like, oh, look how beautiful it was. And I'd be like, oh, look how beautiful it was. Aren't you so happy? And now I was like, oh, look how beautiful it was. I'm like, oh no, I joined the crazy group. And in reality, I just joined normal. That people just feel happy and okay in life and they don't want to kill themselves every second. So finding out that I had been that depressed my entire life, I don't remember not being like this. So that was really devastating. And that has taken some mourning because I feel like when I was crying in the corner while my babies were playing, or when I just didn't want to get out of bed and my kids had something to show me, all of those horrible memories are still there, where I missed out on my life, where it's over now. It's gone. I missed it because of how horribly depressed I was. And to find out that it was a lot of the time because I was taking folic acid in these prenatal vitamins, and that folic acid to someone with an MTHFR mutation is poison. So to find out that the government has enriched our flour, has added it to our cereals, and it's poison for me, feels like a betrayal. How could you not consider that half of the population has a mutation here, and what you're adding to our food makes us crazy? That's not fair. So that is something I'm going to have to deal with. I'm going to have to mourn my life. But at least by 32, I learned this and I got my life back, at least my mental health. It didn't cure my POTS completely, but my mental health is back. Another thing was I had a sleep disorder. I sleptwalk everywhere. I hurt myself all the time. I woke up in different rooms. I had to lock myself in my room because I had no idea where I was going to wake up. And I was so scared I was going to hurt somebody or myself because I don't know what I was doing. As soon as I treated this MTHFR mutation, don't sleepwalk anymore. So my mental health is better. My sleep is better. My digestion even improved. I just had diarrhea around the clock. And I think increasing those serotonin levels was why I was having such bad diarrhea. I still have a lot of digestive problems, and we'll get at that. But, if I had to keep every symptom from POTS but heal my mental health, I'd keep POTS forever. This was miraculous. I am beyond thankful to have POTS just so that I could have accidentally discovered this cure for me. And in the next video, I'll also put on the exact numbers that I put into the raw data of 23andMe and which letter, the T, the G, which one's a mutation and which one isn't.